the law of this jungle. It's as old and as real as the sky. And the wolf that abides will prosper, but a wolf that breaks it will die. You see, out here in this jungle, we run it forward and back. For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. I used to run with the pack, nowadays I run for the pack. Represent from the front to the back, wolves in my heart, my city and the map. I was in the field, you're sitting on the bench. See me in the gym, rep till I'm bench. Sweat till I win, that's a victory stench. Yeah, we stay ready for the war, man, I settle in the score. Settle it. Right now I'm with the hype, I ain't in it for the light. I was down to the ground, now I'm up for the fight. I'm on it. Seaside at the dark, now it's into the light. Out for more, down for my team. I wake up and I'm chasing a dream. Done dirt, but my crep stay clean. Send for me, view, boy, I am me. Look at my camp with the verses. Clean sheet in him, and I'm on a verse with. Prize fighter, I'm taking the purses. Death match to your family in hearses. The law of this jungle, we run it forward and back. For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. You see, out here in this jungle, we run it forward and back. For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack.
So, transfer window closed. All the changes have been made out of both cup competitions. The challenge is clear for Julian Lopetegui and this group of Wolves players. They have to be the side to take us to safety and hopefully beyond. I'm Mikey Burrows. Alongside me here at Molineux is the Hall of Famer Andy Thompson and the former Wolves defender Lee Naylor as well. We'll hear from some of the new signings before kick-off. We'll discuss them all in detail as well, and we will look ahead to today's fixture against the Liverpool side, who we have met quite a few times in the last couple of weeks. Hopefully today will be our day. We've had a bit of a break, Tomo, trying to, I guess, kind of get that Man City result out of the system, recuperate, integrate new signings, and hopefully it's a new Wolves moving forwards.
You're hoping so. I think it's been good that he's had that little bit of a break to work with his players, his formation, to get people settled in, as you could say. So, look, he's had 2 weeks near enough since the last game, the Man City game, and now he's got his players in that he wanted. You would think that he's had opportunity to work with them. He's worked with them, some of them in the past, and I just think that it's a great opportunity today. If we can take that game to Liverpool, it should be an interesting game.
Lee Naylor, we've played Liverpool twice in quite quick succession. Technically won the one at Anfield, but for VAR and everything that went on there. The cup game, Wolves were okay. It's just they fell behind, and that same old story about scoring goals. Eventually, that has to be the big change, right? No matter who has come in the last couple of weeks, going forwards, we have to start taking opportunities.
Yeah, I think it's always been the case with Wolves this season. I think scoring goals has been a problem throughout the side. We haven't had that number 9 who, we'd like to, be on double figures at this moment in time. But we've got new players in. Beating Liverpool is going to be a tough ask. Probably the best time to play them, I think, because I think they're in a bit of a transition. But we've got new players in. He's had a bit of time to work with them. Hopefully they've bedded in fast, and we can get going today.
Well, we mentioned the new players. Let's have a look at the team news, because there have been 4 changes made by Julian Lopetegui from the side that started at Manchester City. That man on screen, Pablo Sarabia, makes his full debut, his first outing at Molineux as well, and Craig Dawson is in from the start. Nojal Gomez, we'll talk about him a little bit later on. Dan Bentley, the number 2 goalkeeper here to push Jose Sarr, really, is on the bench as expected. Just getting notification actually coming through that Everton have beaten Arsenal in the lunchtime kickoff, which puts another complexion on what we're seeing today. But on the team news, Tomo, what do you make of 4-3-3, 8 Nouri in for Bueno as well?
Yeah, so I'm not surprised that he's made a couple of changes. I think that he's got players that he's brought into the squad and into the club that he wants to play. There's still time for opportunities for players to come in because he hasn't brought all the players in that he's brought in during this transfer window. But it's refreshing to see. Look, he's trying to give us that best chance of getting a result, and that's what he's done today. As I said, he's had a couple of weeks to have a look at it and have a look at the players' fitness, especially the ones that have come into the club. But it's just looking a lot healthier. It's just looking a lot healthier from the team to the squad to the bench and everything else as well. Just got to get that goal scoring going again. I think that's going to be a problem. There's no doubt about it. We've got quality players, but if you can't put the ball in the net, you're not going to win games, and that's the thing that they've got to get.
Well, what about the other end, Lee Naylor, Craig Dawson, in for Nathan Collins? A real healthy debate in the press room beforehand as to whether Dawson would start and to which one he would come in for. He's gone with Collins dropping out. A sense you don't necessarily agree.
No, I think he's a bit unlucky, I'll be honest. I think he's probably been our best defender of late. So, yeah, I really think he's unlucky. But at the end of the day, I think communications back there is a bit of a problem. He's brought in an experienced boy. I'm not too sure how good of a communicator he is. But we'll see. Dawson, I think, he brings a wealth of experience. So he can hopefully lead by the way he plays.
Well, let's take a quick look back at the last time we were in action against Manchester City, and after that, we'll talk about all our transfer business. And sense that the home crowd want City to commit a few more players as Mahrez runs up against Bueno. Ball back to De Bruyne, clips his cross in. Haaland's header, 1-0. There it is. Simple and effective. Backwards to Laporte. Ake's ball on. Oh no! Penalty Manchester City. Gundogan had his ankles clipped by Ruben Neves. Haaland with the penalty kick. Left footed and he scores. Jose Sarr went left. The ball went to his right. Oh no, Jose Sarr's given it away to Mahrez on the edge of the box. Now Haaland for 3. Oh no! Terrible goal to concede. A hat-trick for Erling Haaland. He doesn't need those kind of gifts. Bueno looking to run at Stones and delivering a cross in. Oh, just over the head of Cunha. It comes to Sarabia. He hits it, deflected behind. Wolves think that there's a hand in there. It's given us a corner.
You'd think that he's just...
Here's De Bruyne, heads the area, through towards Mahrez, who lifts it over the goalkeeper and in, and the offside flag goes up.
He looks offside.
Coutinho up to Podence, helped round the corner to Cunha. Wolves suddenly have a 3-on-3 counter. It's Cunha forwards, Daniel Podence up forwards, and he's chipped in, and it's brilliantly stopped by Ederson. Podence forwards. Cunha on the turn. Now Daniel Podence, left-hand side of the box. Can he get a shot away? He did, and it was well blocked. It comes back to Podence. Tries to go through the gap, and just ripples the side netting.
Oh, Joe Gomez.
Yeah, he come in, has he?
Forget Enzo Fernandez. There was only one South American transfer saga that everybody was focused on through the last month. João Gomez has been freed. He will be here. I think he's going to be introduced to the crowd. He's not involved in the matchday squad today. They stuck to their guns, Tomo, and they got their man in the end, and you have to give them credit for that.
Yeah, of course. And look, I'm sure that's one of the things that Lopetegui wanted when he came into the club, that he could bring in players of his choice. And it looks like he's done that. He's brought in some quality players, some players with experience, some players who've got potential for this league. And look, we needed players in. We spoke many a time about the numbers that we had in our squad, and we talk about the quality, and they've gone out and got them. They've got the players that he wants, that he thinks are going to strengthen this squad, which is great. Now he's just got to put it all together. He's got to put it all together to try and get us into those winning habits. Starting today, we've got to go out there and take the game to whoever we play. You've just seen the result from Everton, and it just shows you when you start getting quality in there, or you change of manager, players, whatever it is, you've got to go out there and perform and get that result.
Lee Naylor, what does it say about the character of the player that Wolves have signed, in that he basically said he gave Wolves his word, and despite the fact that Leon came along and most likely were offering a good package, let's be perfectly honest about it, he's decided he was going to be a man of his word and stick with Wolves, and he wanted to be here, and he knew the situation he was coming into, and that's a good thing to have.
Yeah, I mean, if that was the case, then fair enough. But we can all build a story, I guess.
It's a good story, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good story. Let's stick with that one. But yeah, I mean, for me, yeah, obviously there's quite a few teams in for him, not just Leon, and it was, it's a good get. He's young, he's hungry, he's shown that he wants to be here. Obviously, he'll fit in really well with the players that we've already got, and hopefully, long term, it'll pay off.
When you look at the new signings that have come in, Tomo, Mateus Cunha, who it feels like an awful long time ago, was the first of them. Pablo Sarabia, who starts today for the first time. Mario Lemina, who's starting at home for the first time today as well. And then obviously Craig Dawson involved in that. Who stands out to you as being potentially the key signing? Who's the one that you look at and go, that's the one that's going to turn things for us?
Well, Sarabia seems to be the one that a lot of people have been speaking about, and the quality that he's got coming from PSG. So he's got to have some kind of quality for a team like that to go for it as well. And he's coming to the club. And look, the manager's made it clear that he wants quality in there. Cunha has come in and he's looked really good and effective in the way that he's played. He looks like he's the kind of player that we want. So you got to look at those two when you're coming into the side, that they're the ones that he wanted. You could see that he was after somebody at the back as well. I know Collins has had to drop out, but Dawson seemed to be the one that we were linked to, not just in this window, but also the one in the summer as well. And I just think he's putting things together. I just think that he's got players in his mind. He's got a formation in his mind, what he wants to do. And now he's got the opportunity to put it all into practice and make sure that we get something out of the game. But look, he had to have that quality, and that's what he wanted to do. And those two players in the starting line, what we said, are the ones that he wants, and he hopes that they're going to push us forward.
Now, same question really, and I mean, maybe like Tommy, there isn't one specific answer to it.
No, I mean, for me, it's a tough one. He's got loads of talent, loads of ability, but we need the ball for him to be effective.
So Lemina becomes the key signing then?
No, he is. He's a rat. He's one of those in midfield that, he puts the graft in. He's got size. He's got pace. But for me, it has to be Cunha. He has to produce goals. And when he does, and if he does, he's got to be the one that has to be that signing. I'm hoping more than anything.
Yeah, you and about 30,000 others in here today, and many more around the world. I say it has been a busy old time. Let's hear from one of the new signings. Craig Dawson sat down with Gemma Frey.
Craig, welcome to Wolves. It's great to have you here. How have you found your first week?
Yeah, no, it's been
it's been a great first week. A lot of new faces, but all the lads and the management team, the coach, are all very friendly, and can't wait to get started.
So you've settled in well so far. Nice warm welcome from everybody. As you said, there's a lot of faces to get to know, but I'm sure it will come with time.
Yeah, of course. It's been, like I said, it's been a great first week. I've done my tunnel already, as the lads call it. So they've all given me a good hiding, a good whack. So yeah, no, I've settled in well.
Good. Okay. Cool. Well, this transfer has been talked about for a long time behind the scenes. Is it good to finally be here now at Wolves?
Yeah, of course. It was obviously it was close in the summer, so delighted we got it over the line finally. So. Can't wait to get started and help the lads out.
What was it about Wolves that made you want to join?
Obviously, it's a talented squad. There's lots of quality in the squad, and obviously a top coach now as well.
You've played Wolves several times, of course, in the top flight across your career. Most recently with West Ham. What are your new teammates like to play against?
Yeah, to be fair, they've got everything. There's a lot of quality in the group. In all positions, so to be a part of that is really exciting.
You've got a lot of Premier League experience behind you. Do you feel well suited to this squad?
Yeah, of course. There's a lot of experienced lads and some players with less experience. So hopefully I can show my experience to those lads and to help the squad out.
You've got Europa League experience as well from last season, which is amazing. And you were named in the Europa Team of the Season, which must be a huge honour. That must have been amazing to be named in that squad. Yeah,
of course. The last couple of seasons have been a great journey for me, and ones I remember well. So hopefully we can have some of those in the future as well.
You faced Sevilla in the Europa League, and Julian really took a liking to you in those games, I think. Do you remember much? What do you remember of those matches?
Yeah, I remember it was a tough game, but one thing which stood out the most was the coach. He was stood right on the side of the pitch. He felt like another player, but you could feel his passion, his love for the game there, and it was something we mentioned when he signed me a few days ago, that you could really feel his passion for the game, and hopefully we can see that.
Have you had many conversations with him then since you've been here?
Yeah, of course. We've had plenty of conversations, and just training with him a few days, you can really tell he's a top coach, and can't wait to get down to business and keep working with him.
Well, you've got a bit of reputation as well, not only being obviously a great defender, but from scoring from set pieces as well. 52 goals, I think it is, across your career. Is goal scoring something you're hopefully going to continue here as well? Yeah,
of course. Like you say, defending is obviously why I'm here, to help out the defence, but it's always nice to get a goal as well, and hopefully I can get some.
Well, hopefully we'll see some more of those. We'll definitely like that. You've got family sort of this part of the country. Is it nicer to be closer to family now, closer to home than when you were in London?
Yeah, of course. It's important to be happy off the pitch, and with the family close, I can fully focus on my football and enjoy it.
Well, what are your ambitions then for the rest of the season, with the final months we've got of this campaign?
Yeah, of course. It's the second half of the season now, so we want to be looking up the league and enjoying our football. And I think with the group we've got, it's a very good group, and hopefully we can keep pushing up the league.
Well, finally then, for me, do you have a message for the fans that might be watching at home who are very pleased to have you here at Wolves?
No, I just want to say a big thank you for everyone so far, so friendly, and can't wait to get down to work.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Craig, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Craig Dawson, a very interesting talent that Wolves have brought in, experienced player, and that's been something a little bit different. Of course, at the other end of the scale, Wolves have got a number of youngsters trying to force their way through.
He's aware that 1 in 8,333 make the cut, and so he's thinking about scoring while he's lacing up. He made sure he ate good and got his 8 hours in. The gaffer told him just focus, and you'll do nothing but win. And even though the things on Snap kept on buzzing down his phone, he had a little peek, he swiped right, but he made sure he left them alone. It's no distractions, I've got to keep that hunger and focus. Check my kickback twice and remove that chip off my shoulders. Can't be late, I'm trying to be the first one to the ground. Headphones in, I'm vibing, bucking, listening to SR and Pounds, thinking it's nerves. But then I think, some of these man just talk enough. Take it easy, and don't go too intense on the warm-up. Man like Kai, quick firms, but you know he's gonna be marking me. I can't get caught flat-footed, and he knows just how sharp I'll be. Match scenario, One inch of space, and then I'm in there. Quick 1, 2, boom, first goal. That's me. Get in there. Calm down. I gotta keep myself composed, and I can't get too gassed, because it wasn't the cleanest of goals. I need another. To go first team, I have to make a statement. Remember, talent can only take you so far. It's the hard work that sticks out blatant. You know Ryan's got a ping on him, so when he gets it, you're gone. Fake coming short for the ball, then drop the shoulder, race on. Are you a speedy one, bro? Is the defender kinda slow? And if so, it's all about that first touch towards the goal. Because if it's dead, then you're given time to make up the ground. And if it's good, you hit the back of the net, make that beautiful sound. The gaffer's watching, he's making notes, and then you see his assistant walk up. He tells you that they're impressed, and that you've earned yourself a call up. Then he says, wait, before you even think about making the team, make sure you go home and get those dirty bits clean. Man, this is nuts, I'm shaking. Wait till I tell my mum and the bros. I'm gassed, I've been grafting for this, but still kinda mad I've been chose. Crazy, anticipation. Use all the emotions to feed desire and fuel performance. Tell your boys you're locked tough, and tomorrow's game is enormous. Match day, you're in the tunnel. Get yourself at the back of the line. Close your eyes for a second. When you open them again, it's your time. Wolves, next gen.
So Wolves against Liverpool on this Saturday afternoon at Molineux. A couple of changes have been made by Julian Lopetegui. Liverpool have made 2 changes to their starting lineup. They bring in John Matip comes into defence for Ibrahima Konate, and Harvey Elliott drops out. Darwin Nunez is in up top alongside Cody Gakpo and Mo Salah. We've met each other quite a few times, Tomo, in the last couple of weeks. Each game has been different so far. What are you expecting from today?
Yeah, I'm expecting the Wolves to take the game to them. I think that the benefited from playing the 2 games, knowing what to expect from the Liverpool side at the moment. That they know that if they can get at them, if they can put pressure on them, that they can get something out of the game. And we all talk about that game in the FA Cup at Anfield where we still think that we won the game. They've got to have that belief. They've got to have that belief that they can get the result. They'll be disappointed after the game here where we lost 1-0. But I think that this manager's come in and he's put that belief into his squad. And I think that they all think that today. And they think they can get at Liverpool with the quality that they've got. And that's what they need, the quality, especially in that top third. They'll expect to get something out of it.
Is this a Liverpool team, Lee Naylor? They're not quite at the heights that they were a couple of years ago. I mean, as Tomo's constantly pointed out, they are the one side from the Big Six that we've not got anything from in the Premier League in this spell since we got promoted. Could today finally be the day? Yeah,
I mean, I think Liverpool are all out of sorts at the minute. At the back, they don't know really where they are as units. I think they're all over the place. They've had a lot of injuries, but confidence seems to be really low in that camp. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. But if there's ever a chance, that time's now.
So I know you've talked about Mateus Cunha. Tomo's talked about Pablo Sarabia. It's the link-up play, isn't it, between the defence, the midfield, the front 3. There are new players in there, Tomo, but they have to find a way to come together as a unit right from the off today.
That's what I'm saying. And look, we've played some decent football in the back third, in the middle third, and what we're just missing is that quality and that little bit of care in the top third, and that's what they've got to get right. That's the most, the biggest area that we need to improve. We need to make sure that we get that quality, either pouring balls into the box, that final pass, having a shot, whatever it is. We've just got to try and get it right, and that's just seems to be the thing that we are missing this year. And I've touched on it before. It's one of the biggest problems that we've had since we've been in the Premier League. He's scoring a lot of goals. Now he's brought in the players that he wants. He knows that he wants to bring in these players that he's got to get that quality from. So look, they've given themselves the best chance of getting the result today with the quality of what they've got on there. They've just got to go out there and make sure they get it.
What does your gut say, Lee Naylor? How do you see it going?
2-2.
Just like that, just 2-2.
Yep.
Talk me through it. Who's going to go in front? How's it? Give me the story of this amazing game.
I look, I hope there's a lot of goals. I hope we win, but I just think it's going to be a tough ask. I think Liverpool are going to, obviously they've got their front three. I think they're going to give us a problem that side in that final third. But I think we can score goals as well. So that's my reason behind it.
He's relatively confident. Tomo, what are you thinking?
I just think if we take the game to Liverpool, I think we get a result out of it. So I'm going to go at my usual today, 2-1.
Then that leaves me with my usual of 1-0. Thank you very much indeed. As you can see, by the way, we are all supporting the One Pack, One Planet initiative, which has been launched this weekend. The players are going to be wearing special armbands through the game today. You can see more details at wolves.co.uk, including how the club are committing to try and get to net zero by 2040. So if you want to read more on that, wolves.co.uk is the place to go. And whilst you're there, of course, you can listen to full live commentary from Andy Thompson, Lee Naylor, and myself. It's also available on the move wherever you are via the Wolves app. Please get in touch. Use the hashtag Wolves Live. Let us know your thoughts ahead of this big game this afternoon. Fingers crossed, today is the day. Just before we go, they are just about to introduce João Gomez to the crowd here. So we'll let you get a little bit of a sound of what it is like as finally João Gomez has been freed. You'll see the footage across the social media channels this week as João Gomez steps out of the tunnel and waves to the crowd. It's taken a lot to get him here. Hopefully when he's actually on the pitch, it will all have been worth it. But for those who've been selected, today could be the day. And if João Moutinho makes it off the bench, it'll be his 200th Wolves appearance. What a servant he has been. So we've dipped into the archive for 2 years ago, almost to the day, when Moutinho lit the way.
for me the most important is to help the team. That's for me the most important. Of course, today I try my best. I try my luck outside the box, and I have luck. I do a good shot, and I help the team to win. That's the most important.
Your jaw is gurning. How long's it gonna be till you stop?
See the law of this jungle, it's as old and as real as the sky. And the wolf that abides will prosper, but a wolf that breaks it will die. You see out here in this jungle, we run it forward and back. For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. I used to run with the pack, nowadays I run for the pack. Represent from the front to the back, balls in my heart, my city on the map. I was in the field, you're sitting on the bench. See me in the gym, rep till I'm dead. Sweat till I win, that's a victory stench. Yeah, we stay ready for the war, man, I settle in the score. Right now I'm with the hype, I ain't in it for the light. I was down on the ground, now I'm up for the fight. Seaside at the dark, now it's into the light. Out for more, down for my team. I wake up and I'm chasing a dream. Doing dirt but my crap stay clean. Send for me, view, boy, I am me. Look at my count with the verses. Clean sheet in him and I'm on a verse with. Prize fighter, I'm taking the purses. Death match and your family in hearses. The law of this jungle, we run it forward and back. For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the